Hey everybody, back with a new episode of The X-Files. Last episode, part one. So we're right in the middle of everything, but we just watched our supercut of the previous episode. So I feel like we're back in it where we were, where we left off with the lone gunman
William
being at gunpoint by that lady who you guys have told us is not the lady that we were remembering from last season. Lady. Just some new, older redhead that's in a cult, but maybe not the same thing. I don't know. So I definitely don't think she's like necessarily a part of the super soldier plot in the way I thought she was.
But she's part of the UFO.
She is.
UFO cult.
That found this new ship, which may be the original ship. But with the next episode being called Providence, which is being cared for by like a god or a deity. We just looked it up. I think that is what Scully's trying to figure out, whether or not, like she said in the episode, I need to know if God is the one I need to thank for this. So they, it responded to William. It didn't try to kill him, even though apparently these rubbings, these words are telling the people who read it to kill William. I mean, that doesn't sound great, but we did have that conversation after the episode we were like, maybe the aliens are affronted by a different god because they see themselves as our god, and if there is another higher being, that's why they would want to kill William.
Okay.
Because he's a front to them.
Okay.
If that's the case, I feel like we feel like Scully does. We don't know. I mean, in my heart of hearts, it's Mulder's, and it's just William's just special because Mulder has like alien DNA. But you would think they'd be cool with that,
right? Unless it was like Jack and Mason.
It is kind of like that. He is a threat to their power. And apparently Mulder might be dead, although we definitely don't believe that, even though it's on the table. It's not unprecedented. The higher-ups at the FBI, who seem to be rounding into a new syndicate, are saying that they are keeping this information because of, Mulder's involvement in potentially being dead. But at the same time, this is about power, and they want to be the ones that get it. Skinner is definitely trying to help Scully and Mulder, right. But he is kind of he was a part of not giving them the information. Right. And John is like, what the fuck is going on? Like he's
like us.
Confused. Although you were very mad at him. We were both very mad at him of like how concerned he was about the FBI agent.
I mean, it's just like
over Scully and her baby.
And her mom.
And her mom.
He like beat her mom.
Yeah.
Like he's a criminal.
I think he just thinks that he's being controlled, right. And he's not actually like this. And that is probably the case, but you can't blame Scully for how she acted.
Yeah, like
it's an immediate threat.
He was literally about to smother her child.
Yeah, and you don't know if he can be unprogrammed.
Right.
So if this is just who he is now, like, I don't know. There's a lot going on.
And he doesn't even necessarily believe in all that, though. The programming and, well, I guess probably believes in at least a little bit of programming. And
then you got Monica on the other side of it, who is just like so enraptured by these words and what they could mean. I really like how they make time for scenes between Scully and Reyes. I think
I'm still calling her Monica. I'm the one who.
I every time I call her Reyes, it's a decision I've made. It's not natural. I have to force myself to do it.
We could just call her Monica. It's just why?
Because everyone else goes by their last name. But I called I called Doggett John.
Yeah, you did. You did earlier.
Yeah, but I never call Mulder Fox, and I never call Scully Dana.
Yeah.
I think
it's because they call each other Scully and Mulder.
Yeah.
And
And Dana and
I'm
Fox
pretty-
don't sound like real names to me.
And I'm pretty sure John and Monica call each other John and Monica.
Yeah, but we are more likely to call him Doggett.
Yeah, but probably because Scully calls him Doggett.
Maybe so.
Or does she call him John?
I don't
know. It's
an
really
interesting-
endearing that they call each other by their last names. Though.
I like it. I mean, I don't know, but I think we're primed and ready to get back into this. I know it's ridiculous to say, but I want them to give us some sort of answers about William, because it's hard to distinguish what's going on with him versus the super soldier stuff versus the alien stuff versus the government stuff.
I think
it all gets convoluted in my head, and they don't do the greatest job of delineating what is actually coming from what, which I think is, I mean, it's what they've been doing. It's what they always do. They obfuscate everything. But like at some point, it's just like nonsense.
you're not the government. Writers at X-Files. I think for me, it's like anytime a question's answered, like a couple more questions, so it never feels like you're satisfied.
But even the answers are so few and far between. They don't immediately answer things and give you another question. They'll stretch a question out through seasons and bring it back, and you're supposed to remember what the fuck they're talking about. Like, goddamn. We're trying our best, and I think we're fairly
like on the right track.
Yes,
we're in the arena of the track. We're in the city.
We're in the city of the arena. We may not be actually.
We don't have
tickets.
We don't have tickets. We don't know the way.
We're outside of the stadium listening.
We don't have parking either.
No.
We're like, oh, we're not paying $50 for parking.
Absolutely not. So we just keep like driving around. All right, we've stretched this metaphor. Let's get into it.
God came to me in a vision in the desert.
Whose voice is this?
February 26, 1991.
Ooh, maybe one of the soldiers.
I was left as a witness to a vision.
Super soldiers? Yeah, they're not phased at all.
Couldn't like maybe help
I knew
me
why
out
my
or
life
anything.
had
Not
been
at all.
spared.
Eyes.
That was to deliver the message
Corneas
of
are
these angels,
Bleeding.
of these sons of God, to deliver the message of the God who came before all
Calling
other
her.
gods.
The vehicle carrying the son of Agent Dana Scully was forced to a violent stop by a female shooter who proceeded to kidnap the child at gunpoint. Agent Doggett remains in a coma under close watch at St. Mary's Hospital.
I'm sorry. I was not laughing at that.
This
I'm laughing
kidnapping
at his
follows on the
accent.
heels of a failed attack on Scully's child by another FBI agent, Robert Comer. He remains in critical condition.
Kirsch protected you by not telling your reports of Mulder's death, as did Fulmer, as did
Oh,
I.
you did. I
I
don't
call it protection. I call it a systematic effort inside the FBI to eliminate us.
You accuse anyone of anything in the FBI, you have to accuse me along with them.
You're a company man. It's probably good.
Scully, where are you going?
That's why she used the word systematic.
I need to see you right away, Monica. Are you alone right now? Skinner's here with me. I prefer if Skinner didn't know.
No. Stop.
Before William was kidnapped, Byers was able to tuck a cell phone under the padding of the baby's car seat.
Call the phone and Langley can use the signal to find his location.
They failed you once with your child, they're gonna fail you again. Then I'll find it myself. You can't do this
It's
alone.
not their fault.
What alternative do I have? When the FBI is all but telling me they think that my son is already dead.
Am I the only one who thinks she's acting completely rationally?
Pennsylvania, off the interstate.
Oh, what was it been failing me?
Or am I going alone?
Monica and John haven't been disenfranchised the way that she has.
I'm just like, I don't know, Reyes, like maybe if it was your kid, you would be doing the same thing. Like, have a little empathy.
Yeah.
It's just so cute.
And he's not dead.
Guys going to space.
Can you hear me?
Moving on your baby.
It's not the first time.
But she's got to be close.
Yeah. step behind. But it doesn't look good, is the thing.
Closer than anywhere in the FBI or Ray has got her.
So true. Where is he? He's not in his bed.
This FBI agent who tried to kill Scully's baby has come around. He's got something he wants to tell us.
What has he told you?
He's still on propofol. He ain't doing nothing.
I'm trying to tell you something. How is that possible?
He didn't tell me exactly. He wrote it down.
He's chilly.
His jacket had the...
Just tell me where you got this. You know what it means. Robert Comer wrote this, didn't he? Somehow he got to Washington without a scratch and he tried to kill my son. With something I found in his jacket pocket.
Now don't go to Brad, Monica.
Oh, he wanted somebody to bring the jacket
To him?
to him to heal him.
Right. That's right. We can heal dog it.
Oh my God.
His son has to die.
Why?
I'm sorry. Get him. Oh my God.
What do you think?
Got him by the trachea.
Please,
Not what you think?
please. Giuseppe believes that that ship is a temple which houses the physical manifestation of God. Giuseppe believes your son will follow in his father's paths and try to stop the aliens' return. Unless his father was to be killed.
That is the prophecy.
They're calling him his dad.
That they killed him to fulfill this prophecy.
And that your son must die too, or everyone. All of mankind will perish from earth.
You definitely could have led with all this. But
Please,
Still no though.
that you still know.
please, please.
You know what's never good?
What is going on here?
When a prophet of the Lord starts
Killing babies?
telling you the messages that he's
They turned
getting
off all the
being given
monitors.
from
They
God.
removed his intubation.
He's
What are
alive.
you doing in here?
This patient does not need support. He's breathing on his own.
You're gonna kill him?
Okay, so
He's the new
he was
leader.
working against the
It's not
cult,
working.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So they're going to protect him. But I thought that that lady also wanted to kill him.
Well, she hasn't yet.
He's safe now. He's safe with us.
Ooh. Sacrifices?
Oh, or they saw God. He definitely killed him.
Scully and Reyes.
Oh, yeah.
All the way out here.
He's gonna
Assistant
blame it
director.
on Scully.
We need Scully and Reyes. Now.
I mean, it's exactly what I feared. That there's something terribly wrong. From the very moment that he was conceived. Your child was a miracle, Dana. I don't doubt that the things I've witnessed are any less miraculous, but your son is not an abomination.
You gotta
Too
think of
weird
one.
out here.
He was alive.
I'm
Something
not
was in
even
here.
killed him. I'd have just taken a shit.
Where did it go?
Why would you
Where did
not
what
take that
go?
with you?
I
This
know.
man had something in his hand, a small piece of metal. Was he alone in here?
She went to get the doctors.
Search this man.
For what?
Monica.
The metal.
Where's Scully?
She looks
Scully!
absolutely just bonkers right now.
Yeah.
Monica's out there trying to find a way. And she's not gonna let you go.
Agent Scully.
Of course she did it.
Agent Doggett.
I heard someone talking.
Yeah, that was me. That was me talking to you.
No, it wasn't you.
So if you think of prayer like talk to me style, what if you're like create like a something for them to like be able to hold in on to get back to
Get
their
it?
body?
Okay. Yeah.
You want to see your son?
You come alone.
He was put here to lead.
If you really wanted her to believe, like you're giving her scraps.
I'll bring
Explain
you
to
These
somebody.
super soldiers wanted to kill it. Like, this is a Sam
there. After you
thing.
do something for me.
Like,
After
give
you
him
bring
to
something
us.
I need. Confirmation that Mulder's dead.
Well, you're never gonna get it because he's not.
So you might as well forget it.
I believed he was dead.
That's why those people died,
But
because
now I have reason to
the dad
believe
wasn't
that.
dead.
If you want to see the boy, you'll bring me the head of Fox Mulder.
All right, Bible.
Get ready.
Get ready. Yes, yes, yes.
They can track us.
Car's wired.
Hell yeah.
Here we
Let's
go.
fucking go.
The baby started crying, and it just came to life.
Connected. Foolish. Everyone's gonna be dead.
I hope so.
With
except for
William, with William. So
the ship was like using her.
where is William on it?
Yay!
William!
Was it you talking to me?
Something talking through her.
I only prayed for your life.
I mean, if it was her talking to him, couldn't she just tell Scully?
But like she said, I prayed for your life.
Yeah.
I think they used her as a conduit, like you said.
It's about that report you have there. A.D. Skinner refused to sign it, believing that Agent Comer was murdered in his hospital bed.
Good. He
But
took a
you
stand.
did sign it, isn't that right, Mr. Fulmer?
The monitors in Agent Comer's room, they recorded his condition moment by moment, showing that his vital signs did improve just before his equipment was unplugged.
So why'd you sign it?
I just want to take my name off it.
Good.
Maybe if you weren't so busy backpedaling, Mr. Fulmer, you might get me an explanation.
I'm surprised he questioned.
I'm sure you heard all of that. Congratulations. It would appear now that everything is dead but this case.
I'm sure I can take care of that, Deputy Director.
Super soldier bitch.
Just doing.
All right, let's go back and watch that scene where they kind of explained everything.
Your son has to die.
Stop leading with that, bro.
Not what you think. Please. Please. The FBI sent me undercover on a man named Giuseppe to get inside his cult, whose followers believe an alien race will rule the world.
And that
One
William
day,
is the leader of that.
God told Giuseppe to lead us 1,000 miles north to find a ship buried in the ground. You have a piece of that ship in your hand.
So it wasn't God, it was the super soldier told him that. Because he believes that those super soldiers were angels.
Okay.
But how did they do that?
Maybe they just told him.
Like came to him and he thought it was like a god.
Maybe they just straight up told him and he already is like.
He's already
In
prone to
awe of
believe
them,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Who is
Anything that they say, there he takes his.
Charles Widmore? I don't know his name in the show. Sorry, he's Charles Widmore for me. But maybe he's God because we just saw he's a super soldier.
Giuseppe said God spoke to him of a miracle child, a future savior, coveted by forces of good and evil. Giuseppe believes your son is this child.
Why does he want to kill him?
He doesn't. He wants to protect him. Giuseppe believes your son will follow in his father's paths and try to stop the aliens' return.
It's confusing.
Yeah, because they're like protecting him, but they just said that he will stop the aliens from returning. Doesn't he want the aliens to return?
Maybe is it the different set of aliens you're talking about?
Maybe. It's so confusing.
One
And
day,
what does he want?
God told Giuseppe to lead us 1,000 miles north to find a ship buried in the ground. You have a piece of that ship in your hand. Giuseppe believes that that ship is a temple which houses the physical manifestation of God.
Are you saying that God asked you to kill my child?
No. Giuseppe said God spoke to him of a miracle child, a future savior, coveted by forces of good and evil. Giuseppe believes your son is this child.
Why does he want to kill him?
He doesn't. He wants to protect him.
Because it's going to stop the
believes
aliens.
your son will follow in his father's paths and try to stop the aliens' return. unless his father was to be killed.
That is the prophecy.
Unless Mulder was killed, which they wanted. They wanted her to bring Mulder's head to.
Yeah.
That is so confusing.
You came here to kill her son against this man and his cult. To stop them.
Also, you came here
Are
to
you
kill
saying
her
you believe
son
this prophecy
against the
but
man
acted
in this
alone?
cult. It's a weird
What
fucking
are you
thing.
saying? Is that Mulder is dead? That's true. That they killed him to fulfill this prophecy.
And that your son must die too.
They're literally just like
Everyone.
explaining it and it's still confusing.
All of mankind will perish from earth. Please. Please.
So he believes that because he wanted to kill William.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that we are listening in great, like my ears are
I
on.
actually wasn't listening very well that time.
Well, I mean, we rewound it.
I'm laughing because like they're literally like it's literal exposition, and we're still like,
Yeah.
what are you saying?
And I'm like, you're saying father, you're meaning Mulder,
Mulder.
but when you're talking about God, I think you're talking about God. So that leaves me on a like, the language is too convoluted.
Okay, so also it's like he will lead the people unless his father dies. Is that what he said?
Yes.
Unless his father dies.
So so they think he's dead.
They think Mulder's dead, so that
He will lead them.
we're not stupid. Like we have media literacy.
I feel stupid.
I feel very stupid, and I feel like people in the comments are gonna be like, "What is wrong with you?"
No,
This is
they've
what
already
you
said this season is a mess.
Okay, can we watch it again?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was busy laughing last time. I need the transcript and like maybe some pen and paper.
Honestly, this is ridiculous.
God told Joseph to lead us 1,000 miles north to find a ship buried in the ground. You have a piece of that ship.
So God went to, what's his name?
Giuseppe,
And
told him
about William. All right, what did you tell him specifically?
that he's gonna
Leading alien race.
And Joseph believed that that ship is a temple which houses the physical manifestation of God.
Are you saying that God asked you to kill my child?
No. Joseph said God spoke to him of a miracle child, a future savior, coveted by forces of good and evil. Joseph believes your son is this child.
Okay, I think part of my confusion is which are the forces of good and which are the forces of evil.
Unknown.
That's confusing me.
Well, I think these super soldiers are purporting to be the good, but I think they're actually the bad.
Okay.
Kill him.
The super soldiers want who to rule the world?
You gotta figure that out.
He wants to protect him.
So Giuseppe wants to protect.
But he certainly doesn't.
Unless, I think there's an unless.
Yeah, there is an unless. That's what confused me.
Joseph believes your son will follow in his father's paths and try to stop the aliens' return.
Stop aliens.
Unless his father was to be killed.
Unless his father is to be killed.
Why does he want Mulder's head then? Was that
Because
not...
he doesn't actually want the alien race to be stopped.
Then he's not protecting William. Wait. He's protecting William because if Mulder
dies and William dies.
No.
No?
Why would William die? Just Mulder dies, then this happens. If Mulder dies, unless Mulder dies.
That is the prophecy.
Savior, coveted by forces
This is
of good
ridiculous.
and evil. Joseph believes your son is this child.
Why does he want to
He's
kill
a
him?
savior for
He doesn't.
humankind
He wants
unless
to
Mulder
protect
dies.
him. Joseph believes your son will follow in his father's paths and try to stop the aliens' return. unless his father was to be killed.
If
That
his
is
father's
the
killed.
prophecy.
He won't
You
stop
came
it.
here to kill her son against this man and his cult.
I hate that
To
line
stop-
so much. You came here to kill her son against this man in this cult.
Yeah, that's a
You
ridiculous.
came here
line.
to kill her son against this. Anyway. Okay, I think I get it.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, so Giuseppe, or
Mhm.
whatever,
Mhm.
he does want the aliens to rule the world.
Okay.
That's why he's trying to protect William, because as long as Mulder is dead, William
We'll stop it.
No, William will lead mankind into saving the world if Mulder is alive. I'm assuming to guide him, to raise him. But if Mulder's dead, he's a force for good or evil.
So if Mulder
they're basically
dies-
like if he's the Antichrist being raised on Good Omen style, like
Yeah.
a nature versus nurture
Jack
situation.
too.
So like if Mulder raises him, if Mulder's his father, he'll help humanity. If they raise him and they have him in their clutches or whatever.
So
then he'll-
Giuseppe is not for the alien race.
He is for the alien race. If Giuseppe has the baby, he will help the alien race rule the world. If Mulder has the baby, Mulder will help the baby William
Stop the alien
stop the
race.
aliens and help humanity rule the world.
So they need Mulder for sure to be dead.
They need Mulder to absolutely, definitely be dead.
And so he is.
What just happened with the ship, though, that confuses things. Because why did the ship do that? Why did it have them come to them, bring William to them, and then kill them? Is he
Because
even alive?
Mulder's not dead. And that's what they needed so badly.
But okay. So they're like, you didn't fulfill the prophecy
Right.
correctly,
Mhm.
die.
Yes.
But why couldn't the ship can't kill William?
No.
All right.
The ship can't do anything. It's just trying to
I mean,
get
it
other
killed those
people to
people.
do. Well, yeah. It can't control William.
Can't do anything with William.
They can just, the ship can just.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I think.
It was just, there was some like this and less this, and then like there was some like almost like
It just
double
confuses me when he's like, God came to me.
I don't-
But is God on the side of the aliens in Giuseppe's viewpoint?
I think so.
Because if what we've been told by the other ship that
Maybe
aliens
Giuseppe
are
just
God.
thinks. Maybe Giuseppe thinks the aliens are angels.
Yes.
So to him, the angels, that's God's side, and then humanity's on like the bad side, I guess.
So Giuseppe thinks all that humanity needs to be taken out.
Yes. And that's why William doesn't need to die. He just needs Mulder to die so that they can use William.
Yeah, because Mulder will be too big of an influence.
Yeah.
For the sake of humanity.
I think that's what I am understanding.
And he
And I'm assuming the Mulder thing's coming in just because they're like Mulder has to die, unless it's like just he has to die for this to happen. Like I'm assuming because he would. I'm assuming that he didn't say anything about that.
He wasn't under the influence. He was like, we think Mulder's dead, so that kid is going to be on the side of the aliens.
He was
so we
under
have
the
to
influence
kill him.
because he thought the kid needed to die at all.
Well, yeah, because they thought
No,
the FBI thought Mulder was dead.
No, I'm saying this guy. He didn't need to. No baby needed to die. If he wasn't under the influence of anything, he would just be like, "Save this little boy. This cult's crazy."
Not if he bought in to what they were actually the prophecy.
That's what I'm saying, though. You said if he's not under the influence.
Well, I thought that the ship had him by the working for
By the
it.
short and curly.
By the short and curlies. But he's like, oh, I actually believe this prophecy too, but I'm not on the side of Giuseppe.
He's on the side of the people.
Yes.
But why not protect Mulder? Why?
Because they think he's already dead.
Oh.
That info that they got. They think
Okay.
he's dead.
It makes
So
sense.
they're like, well, if Mulder's dead, that kid is going to be a force of evil. We have to kill him.
Okay.
I think we got there. That was ridiculous. I can't believe it took that much.
I feel like
thought
you remember
process.
the dinner. Well, I know you remember the dinner murder game that we played. This is what it feels like trying to figure out. Except we're not drunk. I was very drunk.
Yes. Okay.
Except for they're literally telling
I'm
us.
glad we broke it down.
That's what's making me crazy. Is they're literally like explaining word for word exactly this is, and I'm still confused.
But I think we got there.
Yeah, but I just feel.
I feel so fucking stupid. So that's interesting. It's just because the information, like half of the information came from him, half of it came from the FBI. We know that they're thinking,
but it's also like we have to understand people's motives and like who they're aligned with to understand that. And I think that we were just confused about that as well.
So Charles Widmore, that's not his name. We know.
He's definitely on the angel super soldier side.
He's super soldier side who are pro alien. Then you've got Kirsch, who is pro humanity, but doesn't know that the FBI has been infiltrated by the super soldiers. But unaware.
Where's Brad in this? I'm starting to think he's just stupid.
I think he's stupid. Or I think he's just a pawn and doesn't know it.
Right, like he has this an inflated ego, so he thinks he's more important than he is.
He's very Krychek, which you had pointed out last time. And he did question what happened at the end. He's like, actually, we show he was alive and well. So,
Yeah, but he's right. He waffles.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not willing to challenge the authority of it.
Yeah, but he did want the proof first, which does make sense. But he shouldn't have signed it.
He signed it first. Yeah. Yeah. He's more. He assumed that the FBI is the good guys, right. And there are some that are Kirsch. Which is so shocking to me. I can't believe he's a good guy.
I feel like he's honestly like the most self-insert of a fan of anyone, because it's like you would actually be very confused if you're in this situation. You wouldn't have any idea who to trust.
Yeah. So, okay. I think we're on the right track. But these prophecies, what does this mean about William? If he is this miracle child,
he's just a miracle child. And
that God,
he can go either way.
But God sent him. Like he's a miracle in the way he's like the second coming. He's like the third coming. He's the new Jesus.
Okay, but who's God?
Not the super soldier God, and not the alien God. This is why I was like, oh, I think there's two deities here.
Yeah.
I think they're going like the Judeo-Christian God versus aliens.
Okay.
Which is what we were kind
aliens versus
hypothesizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the angels are actually the aliens.
Right. Well, we're talking two different. We're talking this guy, Giuseppe's
angels versus literal angels.
Versus.
But I come from a mindset of supernatural where the Judeo-Christian angels are the bad guys.
Yeah. Well,
and
that's demons versus angels. We're talking aliens versus angels.
Oh, new playground. Well, they aren't going to make...
Like, aliens come in the mix, demons, angels on the same side. It's like human beings would all come together to fight against aliens. Similar to that.
I think so. I think that's true. Okay. We literally had to write this shit down. But I think we understand it. But I could honestly believe that we don't.
Somebody in the comments is going to be like,
y'all are
completely off.
Y'all are conspiracy theorists.
Oh my God, we need a wall and red string.
We do.
We got a wall for it. The X-Files wall, like the X-Files
would be ridiculous.
It would be wild looking. I need somebody who like does those.
No, go ahead.
Like those breakdown videos of like shows and like situations online with like the wall of like photos and stuff.
Yeah.
To do a whole X-Files.
So is Mulder Joseph?
Yes.
Because it's probably not his child.
But it also, yeah.
But he is his father.
Yeah. Yes.
And he's got.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and that makes sense because like, what if Joseph hadn't raised Jesus?
Yeah.
Because he was raised in a humble way. What if he had been raised by like...
Yeah, Jesus could have been
someone inflating him.
From like the devil's
but he was raised by a carpenter instead.
Yeah, a normal dude. And Scully is Mary, and her prayer healed Doggett. Because she didn't have the piece of thing. I thought...
that thing's gone. That super soldier's got it.
Yeah, Charles Widmore. He's Charles Widmore. I'm sorry.
Charlie. Is that his name in Lost, or is that the actor's name?
It's his name in Lost.
Oh no! I thought you were saying the actor's name this whole time.
Penny's dad. Penny and Desmond's dad. Girl, you need to rewatch it.
I'm not watching Lost.
Anyway, okay. Is there anything else we need to cover in this episode?
The lone gunman.
Geez, as always.
Yes, but like making like. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm in the bad brain zone.
Well, they're the three wise men.
Oh my god! Oh, you said that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just fully into this
allegory.
And you know, it's not my favorite.
It's not an allegory, really. It's like because they're people as
literal.
people. Yeah, it's literal.
Literal.
They redeem themselves. That's the word.
They're the new version. Which
the tech savvy.
It tracks because, you know, all the shit is cyclical. It comes back around.
They bring greetings of wide bandwidth.
And burner phones and tracking devices. Monica is a believer now. And I think Doggett is too. Monica
Doggett definitely knows something's up.
Monica... Well, he heard the voice and everything. And Monica said she didn't say that stuff, but she was praying when it happened. And I definitely think they used her as a conduit because she's so sensitive to the frequencies. And she's, yeah. And look, Skinner's in a tough spot. And it's,
I'm never going to hate Skinner.
No, but remember when he was on his deathbed and he's like, I should have done more. He never actually has made maybe he needs to finally really just come over to our side. Yeah. But you kind of need someone like him.
You do.
You really do. But you also have Kirsch that could be that person.
They still don't trust him at all, though.
Do you think Kirsch thinks that Charles Widmore is suspicious?
It doesn't seem like it.
No, I think he is because...
But he's got to play both sides so hard that it's impossible.
But now that he has that anecdotal evidence that Brad saw the thing, if Charles Widmore was the only one in the room and he was healthy, then he has to know Charles Widmore is the one that killed him.
Yeah.
So he definitely is suspicious of him now, if he wasn't before.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense with the conversation that they had outside, too, because he was like, well, you signed it now.
Yeah.
He's in the fucking room.
But
Can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah. But he didn't discourage him from, keeping digging, did he?
Didn't discourage who?
Brad.
No, but maybe he was telling him to have more of a backbone.
He did. He was like, you signed it.
Yeah, I'm not taking your name off. You can't have the report.
But especially, even if I wanted to.
He couldn't do anything at that point because he was right there.
Yeah.
Which I'm still on the fence about Kirsch. I know that he's good or whatever.
I think he's Deep Throat. He's Mr. X.
Yeah, okay.
I think he'll do some... He'll do what he has. Yes, absolutely. He'll go further even than Skinner would.
Yeah. Well, Skinner will never go full bad. He just skirts around.
Yeah. They're all on the same side, but the levels of what they'll do is different.
But like you said, you have to have that.
Yeah, you do.
Because if everybody's just like, I won't get my hands dirty. It's like.
But at some point, you have to
have
a revolution.
It's like somebody's gonna have to sell their soul. Sorry, you're the sacrificial lamb.
But when do you start okay, this ends? We can't just keep playing into the system. We have to tear the system down.
I mean, you would need a more systematic, a wider scale.
I
think that's what Mulder would do.
Yeah.
Or William.
Wow. That was a lot.
Obviously, William loses.
I love that these aliens can't do shit to William. They just have to get other people to do shit to him.
That's why they're so scared of it.
Yeah.
They have to control people. I think we are on...
I feel good, actually.
We're on a track.
I think we may have entered the arena.
The show's over, but we're in there. We finally got in.
You know what? The fact that I feel like I understand this is making me like this season.
Maybe we should have done this with other seasons.
Yeah, because I felt like I never really fully understood everything that was happening. When I go back and do the Myth Arc only watch, I'm going to get in the weeds.
Yeah. Gonna get some.
I'm gonna get my paper and pen out.
X-Files.
I'm not gonna do a rewatch on camera, but yeah, I definitely want to see.
Do a summation.
Yeah, maybe so.
You should do those videos, like I said, and be that person who does like the.
It's so hard. I'm not articulate enough. I'm not
the deep dive into like with the little microphone.
People are good at that kind of stuff. That's not really what my strength is.
They're all going to be journalism majors, right?
Yeah, that's not me. I'm more of a feelings.
Yeah.
And
in the moment.
In the moment, I do like to analyze for sure.
No, yeah, you're good at the summaries at the end.
But at the same time, like
and beginning.
There's a. It's just
but
not
that's
my
what
bad.
editing's for too. Like you could edit.
Sure, but it also takes a lot of effort.
Or drama majors.
Yeah.
Drama kids. Theater kids.
I'm a medical coder. Just doing my best.
I'm just thinking like English, journalism.
But you're an English major.
Yeah, but I'm not a speaker. I got a C on a project because I wouldn't talk.
Yeah,
in front of the class.
I used to really not like public speaking, but this doesn't feel like public speaking, even though it is. Yeah, there's a wall.
Doesn't count.
Okay, so tell us if we're on the right track, or don't spoil us for God's sake.
But if we're not, be nice about it.
Yeah, we're trying our best. We got pen and paper out, and we rewound, and we listened to that shit over and over.
We watched it 3 times. One time didn't count for me though because I was laughing.
Okay. So, okay. Scully has a baby. William is safe right now. And we know for certain that Mulder's not dead.
Yes,
which is huge.
We do, yeah.
It's huge.
I mean, we kind of knew, but also, did we? Did we know?
We do now.
Surely they wouldn't do that to Scully again, right?
I don't trust that they wouldn't just fuck her shit up. But I feel good that, like, I think Doggett and Reyes are, like, understanding where Scully has been coming from this whole time. Because they were really trying to, like, push back on how she was acting, but I think they finally get it. I think they're more a team now than ever before.
Yeah.
Which was frustrating leading up to it, because you're like, oh my God, think about how she feels and what situation she's in. But yeah, I really need them to... I need to understand the super soldiers more, is the thing.
We don't have a ton of information.
No. They're definitely being used by this alien race, but are they a part of it?
I think they're like there's got to be like some sort of hybrid.
But weren't they engineered by the U.S. government?
Yeah, but we all know the government does.
With alien DNA?
Probably.
So maybe that's how they control them.
They were trying to use them against them, and they accidentally created something. Ooh,
shocking.
Or the aliens had already infiltrated and like used their inside connections to
create their army.
Yeah. With our super advanced technology. But my nail polish changes colors depending on how cold my hands are.
Cute. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back soon.